Hey y'all, March 12th, 2024, and we're approaching dusk here in rural Southeast Ohio, USA at Twin Oaks Family Farm. And so we let the egg production flock out of the hen house to forage, and we generally have to keep them confined, but one of the things we'll sometimes try to do kind of regularly, is let them out of their hen house close to dusk, or maybe give them an hour or two, just depending on what the circumstances are. But let them out when we can be out with them and kind of supervise that, so that here's one of our favorite farm trucks, Traveler. The guys went to actually a career event this evening at an adult technical college that's in our area. Our son just finished a CDL driver's license program there, and another son of ours is considering a welding program there. And our youngest son went along with his older two brothers, and dad went with them. And our youngest son actually wasn't looking for anything there, but he is considering getting into agriculture applications of drones. So a lot of cool things our guys are thinking about. But anyway, aren't they pretty girls? They lay green eggs. So they're a nice little pair. They're the same age. They would be just probably just a little over a year old. But at any rate, so back to these hens. So since they're mostly confined and they love to come out, and we love for them to be able to come outside, we have to kind of be here to supervise them. But the reason, well, the logic behind we'll let them out kind of close to dusk is then they'll go back into their hen house. It's great. That's one of the leghorns up there. Leghorns, that white one, let me find her again. They are so agile and active. They can almost stress other birds out. But we have two of them. I'll turn the camera here. Our other one's behind me down here. But we have two of them. And somehow they've managed to kind of integrate into the flock. And everybody gets along. We have quite a mixture of breeds. I was going to say a lot, but a mixture of breeds. They're all about the same age, other than the lavender Orpington. So there's the white leghorn. There's the lavender Orpington tail to us, and she's scratching through the dirt. I was going to actually try to go up to, let me back out of that a little bit. Going to try to go up to another group that's ranged the furthest. But isn't it great about chickens that they have a homing instinct? So we kind of use that as a leverage point. Use that to our advantage so that we can let them out. Now that's a black hen right there, black feathered hen. So I believe she's an Australorp. She could be an Orpington. She could be a black Orpington or an Australorp. You know, they're kind of similar. Orp in Australorp comes from Orpington. So at any rate, but she does have the red comb, so we know that she is one of the other of those. She's either an Australorp or a Orpington. So we have a few. I'll try to walk up here. You know, it's just kind of nice to see the gals like out like this and not just confined to the hen house. So I think we're getting close where we can see these gals. But this is pretty, there we go, sorry. Pretty far range for these gals. I mean, they're a good 50 yards, probably. 50 yards from the hen house. But I wanted to come up here because this is the other black one. So we have two of these. Let me see if I can get to the other side of them. So we have two of these black ones, like this gal. See, they don't have red combs and red wattles. This black feathered one, they actually have black combs and black wattles. So we got those two in just kind of a mixed group. of hens. Same time we got the little green egg layers. We got about, I think we maybe got 12 hens then. There's one behind us. So these kind of light red ones are Isa Browns. And you know, Isa Brown, do y'all know about Isa Browns? They were originated in France around, I want to say 1976. It could be 1978. I think it's 1976. They're either my age or my husband's age as a breed. So that kind of dates us. But anyway, there's another one. The Isa Browns, try and get it to go in. The Isa Browns were developed by a French company. So I think Isa Brown, like when you write it down, you actually write capital I, capital S, capital A, like a acronym or like a brand name. And I've kind of heard Isa Browns called a brand rather than a breed because the type of chicken was kind of developed by a company to make a really efficient egg layer, and they are super efficient egg layers. We're coming up on about a year. I'm gonna work my way toward the chicken coop because it is getting darker than it kind of shows on the screen here. But so here's some more of these Isa Browns. Most of these are Isa Browns that are in our egg production flock, and they're all the same age. They were like probably November 2022 birds. So the red light you see is inside their chicken coop, and that's an open doorway in their metal siding of their building that leads out to a confinement created by, we call it chain link fence. So that door never closes, and that's why there's a red light in the coop. We are told red lights will deter little predators like weasels from going in the coop. Do y'all have problems with weasels where you are? We do. We had in another building, we had weasels take out like 8 birds out of a little flock of 10 at one time. And in fact, one of them got away. And you know what? That is that black hen. So she's an Orpington. Because I had Orpingtons in that group. And that's her. The black hen there that we were looking at earlier with the red combs and wattles. So she is an Orpington. So she's a black Orpington. And there's our lavender Orpington. She's the oldest girl in here. So we call her Silver Hen. And then there is a little Americana that is same age as Silver Hen that we call Puffy Cheeks. I think she's already gone inside. But so like 6 minutes ago I had said, isn't it cool that chickens have the greatest homing instinct? Like, so basically when night comes, well, they're going to go toward light. If there's and that's another reason that we use the red light in the coop, because red lights don't really mimic daylight for the chicken. So chickens aren't affected by it the same way they're affected by daylight, but it still provides like a light, you know, a little bit of a beacon to them, and a little bit of a deterrent for some predators. So they will go toward light, and that's, we've noticed like at night, if they're out like this at dusk and we turn the porch light on before they go home, they'll go to the porch because they went to that light. But you know, in this case, then we're leaving the porch light off. So their red light is on in their coop, so they go home. But that's what I had mentioned. Isn't their homing instinct fantastic? And so that's why the logic of when we want our confined girls to get some foraging time, we will let them out fairly close to dusk when we can be here supervising, because then we know their homing instinct will kick in and they'll want to go home and they'll go to their chicken coop if there's not a lot of other competing light that they might track toward. So I still have about 7 of them out toward the little trees. It's about 50 yards away probably. And we've got these here. So they're working their way in. And then the stragglers, you know, I can go out and round them up. So we'll just step in here and take a look. It's probably going to be hard for the camera to deal well with this, but you know, they'll go back in here and they'll find, so we already have, it's just going to look red because of the light in here, but we already have 6 on that roost. Some of the gals do roost on the roost bar in front of the nest boxes, and they'll go to the dark spots, you know, in the pen, and they're like, get out of our doorway, please. You're in our road. So yeah, she's a Black Orpington. I had kind of forgot she was in that group that got massacred. And she was really, really scared after that. It took her a long time to even be comfortable around us. So anyway, so they're making their way home. We're losing enough light. We won't get to record much more. I've already closed up the little meat chick barn. Here they come. So they're going to head toward home, I think. Now there's a group of stragglers, so she may miss the door. Nope, she went in. So we already closed up the meat bird barn. I'm going to go back in the production red house. I didn't let them out. They have a tendency to go in our garage. Our garage is kind of like a carport situation, and they like to go in there, and we don't like that. So they didn't get let out, but I need to turn their overhead light off in the production reds. They also have a red light because they have a similar coop situation and run situation. So I was seeing if these two go in, and if they go in and we can follow them in with the camera, then we're gonna conclude the video. But that's all we have to do yet. She's going. So we, like I said, closed up the meat bird barn, leaving the overhead light on for them. Need to go turn off the production red overhead light. They're already in. And then check that all these girls make it in and do a head count. We will end up with 34 in there, and we'll close their door. So, all right, y'all. Good night. Sleep tight wherever you are in the world. Thanks for joining us at Twin Oaks Family Farm in rural Southeast Ohio, USA. And we hope you'll join us again for more videos at Twin Oaks Farm Poultry on YouTube. Thanks, y'all. God bless you.